What up, guys? Welcome back to the Barbell Brigade Talk Show. I'm your host, Bart Kwan. We got Sexy Silent Mike.
Ooh, I like Sexy Silent Mike, dude.
And we got the one and only mysterious Nick the Lover.
The lover. I'm Mr. Lava. That's Shaggy.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Lava.
What are some of the craziest or funniest or worst gym stories that you have?
Oh, I got a couple.
Because I feel like all of us almost have had a period of our lives where we spent majority of our day in the gym.
I don't think I've told this one. I don't think. You can just cut me and we can cut if we did. But so I had a strength and conditioning coach for a long time. I read a bunch of stuff. I'm pretty knowledgeable in training, but I'm not a trainer. So I go and I drop out of college.
I thought you were a trainer.
No, so I'm like 18 years old. I'm setting the tone.
Okay.
So I'm like 18, 19 years old. I'm going to junior college. I might go play college basketball again. I don't know. My parents say, you better get something going or you're out this house. So, okay. And since I dropped out of college, they said they'd buy me the personal training certificate if I go do it, right? Instead of college. I was like, okay, cool. So I go do that. I'm probably working at a commercial gym less than 6 months. You do a normal protocol, you sit them down, you're selling them memberships, you're taking a bunch of health stuff to make sure that I can even work with them, right? If they got a broken leg, I'm gonna send them to the doctor, whatever. Go through this new lady's thing. She's probably late 30s, maybe a little heavy, but nothing crazy. And all the answers are no. No allergies, no medications, no blood pressure stuff, no doctor stuff, just wants to get a little bit more in shape. I'm like, cool. Work for 2 or 3 weeks, probably a couple sessions a week, everything's going great. She's moving well, We're doing some goblet squats, some sumo deads, all this stuff. Kind of how I train now, or I think a lot of us do, is what I would train my clients then. We do 1 or 2 kind of heavier movements, and then we'll just kind of circuit through. I only have my clients for 45 minutes, so you're trying to get some work done. So we're doing some tricep push downs, and then we'll do a little lunge. We had a nice row at this commercial gym, and we'd lunge to another machine, and then they would do whatever, a fly or something. She'd do some cable push downs, and she goes and we're lunging, and then we're sitting down at like a dip machine, and she sits down. She's like, "Oh, I don't feel so good." I said, "Oh, okay, just sit back." I turn for a second, I turn back around, and she's on the ground, passed out. And
Just laid out.
Just bonk.
Did you hear her drop?
Yeah, kinda. I'm like right behind her. I'm close, but I couldn't catch her. It's Sunday morning, the gym's dead empty. Just my boy, shout out Matt. Matt's the reason I'm on Instagram, dude. My boy Chima. He literally made me get Instagram the same year.
Shout out Matt.
Yeah, dude, that's my boy.
Shit.
And he's in the office eating donuts. He's running the gym at the time. And I go in there and I kick the fucking door down. I say, "Call 911." And I run back out to go check her pulse. Yeah. And right as I go to check, she's like waking up. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I pick her up, I get her on a bicycle, I was like, just pedal at whatever pace you can. She's just kind of sitting there in a recumbent bike. I said, "Matt, cancel that 911.
Cancel that call, dog.
Cancel the Uber." And she's pedaling, and I start talking. I was like, "How are you feeling?" I go get her some water. I say, "You okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, that hasn't happened in a while."
What? She put nose on everything.
And I said, "Huh?"
People do that shit, man.
I said, "Huh?"
People do that shit.
She said, "This is why I stopped doing cardio." And I said, "Huh?" She said, "When I would do too much cardio, I passed out."
What?
I said, "I don't know if this relationship can continue."
Wow.
Bro, first 6 months, I'm like, maybe I'm not made for this job.
Was it a condition? Did you have a condition?
I don't know, bro. She marked no on everything. She didn't know what the hell she had either.
She was like, "Oh, I just pass out when I work out."
She obviously had something wrong with her.
Yeah.
Did you have any other sessions after that?
No, I told her, I said, "You should probably go to the doctor, rest up," and then I never saw her again.
Yeah. That was probably the smart thing to do.
Smart on all our behalfs.
Yeah.
I hope she's doing very well.
Yeah.
So scary, bro.
That is crazy.
That's the only crazy. And I've been in powerlifting. Guys have fallen and busted their heads and bled out their ears and all that does. That's kind of expected.
Yeah.
This freaked me out.
Yeah, of course. Because it's your client and she just passed out for no
felt
reason
so
and you had
bad.
no idea that
I
was going to happen.
felt so bad. I was like, damn, am I pushing this thing too hard?
Yeah. Am I a bad trainer?
Yeah.
Should I stop training?
I didn't know triceps could fuck you up like that.
She did like 10 lunges.
But she was pumped though, dude. She was pumped up.
She hopped in that ambulance, swole.
Like,
She's like, kind of worth it. Kind of worth it.
Damn, what about you?
Okay, so this is after I left the MMA gym that I kind of spent like my whole life in, like 10 years. Left that gym, started working at a personal training gym, and it was just a collective gym with a bunch of personal trainers, and it was a really cool environment. And most of the trainers.
It's not open to the public, right?
Not open to the public. It was just trainers to train their clients. And there was probably like 10 trainers in there. And it was a really cool vibe. Everybody got along. Most of the trainers there were really cool. But there always is like a handful of trainers that are just like, what are you doing? You're gonna fucking kill somebody, right? And
You can see them doing that with their client.
they're doing with their client. But they keep coming back though.
Sure.
They keep coming back. So it's like, all right, maybe what I know isn't shit, right? But like,
Maybe we need backflip, one handstand, Bosu balls, and I'm wrong.
so there was this one guy. His name was
Uh-oh.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna say his name. His name we called him Scammy.
Scammy?
Yeah, his name was Cameron, but we just call him Scammy, bro.
Scamron.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, that's what we called him. And this dude, he would just lie to, like, he would just make up stuff to his clients. He's like, there was one famous thing that he would always say to people when they would like have tight calves or something, or they'd be sore. He's like, oh, the reason why you're sore is, he goes, let me tell you. He's like, your IT bands are so tight that the blood flow is like a drop. Is a drop. Like he would say, like that was his thing, dude. Like he would say this all the time. And then I would look at the other homies and be like, it's a drop, yo, it's a drop. And he'd just be like, it's a drop. And that's why you're not getting enough blood flow to your legs. And these poor people are just like, oh, okay, yeah. Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you didn't know anything and you heard him talk,
For sure.
you'd be like, oh, it's blood drip.
No, that's every trainer ever.
That's what it is. It's just blood dripping. Yeah. He was so convincing. But anyway, so one day he came in the gym and he was drunk. And I was just working out.
Can you smell it? See it?
He had a history. I'll say this. He had a history, right? This dude comes in drunk, and I'm just working out by myself. And there's a couple other trainers in there training their clients, but it was like a slow day. This guy comes up to me, and he's like, hey, man. He's like, why'd you stop fighting, bro? And I was like, and we don't really talk that much, right? And I'm like, I'm just trying to get out of the conversation. I was like, it's fine. Like, yeah, I just stopped. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible fighter. He's like, you could have been the welterweight champ of the world, man. Like, you should have. He's like, I don't know why you stopped fighting, man. He's like,
Was he Customato?
I don't know who he is, dude. And then he's like, you could have had everything. You could have had it all. And I'm like, okay. I'm just trying to do these pull-ups, sir. You know? And he's like, you know, he's like, this is not even my real job. And I was like, oh yeah? And I took the bait like an idiot, because it was interesting. I was like,
Tell me
like,
more.
I was like, okay, what else is he gonna
But he knows a lot about IT bands. So
yeah, so I was like, yeah, put me on game. And he goes, you know, I got 32 suits. And I'm like, oh yeah, suits? This is, in the order that he's saying. And he
What
goes,
does that mean?
He goes, well, he's like, I do real estate. Like, I just do real estate in the evenings, bro. He's
Like different hats? Is that like the same?
I think he's saying that he literally has, that's how many suits, because that's how many clients he sees?
no, it's just like, it's a flex. Like, and I was like, and in my head, I'm like, I got 0 suits, bro.
He's making you feel bad?
Kinda. I'm like, fuck, I need to get some suits.
So my calves hurt and I got no suits.
But he was just like, yeah, I got 32 suits. He's like, you know, in the evenings, like,
How come we don't got no suits? We need one.
I don't know. Now I got some suits. Bro.
I have
got
one.
some suits. Yeah.
I need at least one.
He's like, in the evenings, I work at Red Lobster as a manager. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, that's tight, man.
That's
And
kind of a weird flex.
Well, it's just like, he just kept going, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, man, why don't we, like, we should just fight right now. And I'm like,
Oh, so he's belligerent.
he's wilding. And he's like,
He's showing up to the gym with no client, just drunk.
he was just gonna work out. But he was like drunk. But I guess he came from a friend's funeral. Oh. Yeah, so it was like,
Emotional.
A lot of mixed feelings.
But also though, he's just kind of a fucking, like, he's a crazy guy. Like he has a history of it. But he's like talking my ear off like 20, 30 minutes at this point. But the whole time he's just trying to fight me. He's like, hey man, come on, let's just go in the back right now. Like, come on, man, what are you scared of me? What are you scared? And I'm like, dog, I'm not gonna fight you, bro. What are you, crazy? And he goes, and he looks at me. And also, side story, I went to high school with his niece.
Okay, so you kind of know
he's
some.
older.
He's an older dude, older cat. And he
But not much though, maybe like 10, 15 years older?
no, he was like 40 something. 40 something. And he was like old cat.
Oh, he's younger than Joe Rogan. He's down to scrap.
And say this girl's name was Chelsea. We'll just say it's Chelsea. He
like
looks at me and he keeps trying to fight me. He keeps trying to fight
Did
me.
you fuck her?
No.
Okay.
He kept
I thought
trying
maybe
to,
this is
no. He kept trying to fight me and shit. And I was like, bro, I'm not gonna fight you. And he looks at me over his shoulder and he goes, Chelsea was right about you. You were a little bitch ass. And then just walked away, dude. And I'm like, should I have fought that guy?
Yeah, you should have
That
stopped
guy.
him.
But in my head, I was like, this dude just out of his mind. You know, he's just
That's
drunk.
crazy.
But he called me a bitch ass and just walked away. And I was like, damn, bro, I just got fucking, I
Yeah.
got moted by this dude, bro. He challenged me. I turned him down.
And
he
he's
called
got
me a
more suits.
bitch. I'm 30.
Did you ever think about like, yo, man, like, I do think we should spar a little bit.
I've always
And
thought,
bring me some crab cakes from work.
give me some Cheddar Bay biscuits, my guy. Oh my God.
I love
Cheddar
them
Bay?
onion things. You guys got that too?
But I kept the relationship with him for the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
course,
10% off some lobster.
But then we stopped seeing him because he just was just like a crazy dude.
Do you get a lot of that because your ears, my lover?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not like that. That was
I've always
pretty
been
unique.
taught. I mean, I'm just like, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
So like, I always know dudes with ears like that, you don't talk to like that. I don't talk to anyone that way, but if
Yeah.
you're gonna fuck with somebody, you don't
But
do that.
there's people that just
That do the opposite.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
people like I have friends that are big, and they just at the bar. You want to arm wrestle? You know, just like stupid challenges.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, come
What
on.
do you say to that?
I've never been into that.
I don't know. They just walk away.
Yeah.
Like, what is the desired outcome? Like, what do they want out of that?
I think they want their arm to get pulled out of the socket.
I think the three of us are kind of lucky just because like our stature isn't crazy. A lot of dudes don't do that to me. Even though I'm a little thick, like I'm a bigger dude than
Yeah,
average,
yeah.
but because I'm 5'9", guys don't do that.
But when you wear the tank tops, though, it's different.
I don't. No tanks.
Yeah.
But I have two roommates that are 6'5".
They probably get challenged all the time.
All the time. Dudes are always kind of looking at both of them kind of weird.
Probably some sort of like complex.
No, it's definitely like a primal like
For sure.
wannabe.
And it's guys that are my height, probably.
Yeah, like you think you're tough?
You
Yeah.
think you're better than me, dude?
I've never had that.
Yeah, no, never.
You got one?
What?
Story.
Of someone challenging me?
No, or
Just
being
in general.
crazy gym shit.
Oh, there's some. There's one of the weirdest ones that we've had was, and it was crazy because this guy was kind of like a repetitive, kind of crazy dude. So he shows up at our gym first, and he would bring like this like pistol lighter. And you're like, hey, check it out, come check it out. And then he would whip it out, and then people would be like, it's a gun, you know, and people would freaking out. And he would pull the thing, and it's just a flame.
Yeah. But that's some like 14-year-old shit.
Yeah, but so there's
Like,
like,
it
it's-
killed, though. Once
Yeah.
the flame came out, everyone
It's
was
not
going nuts.
anything where it's like, oh, this is, you draw the line, you're out.
Right.
But a lot of repetitive behaviors like this, like he signed up to my other buddy's gym, which is like an MMA gym, and he goes, how much is the membership? And then he told them, and the next day he comes back with the duffel bag in ones of the whole year's worth of membership.
Yeah, that's weird.
So it's just like
Kind of baller, actually.
And then,
Is he a stripper?
That's a good move.
exactly right, but it's not illegal.
Right, but you're like,
And then some other day he would show up to the gym, and then like we're like, oh wait, your car's on outside. He goes, oh don't worry, my mom's in the car. And then I'm like, okay, your mom's just gonna wait for you while you train. He goes, yeah. And then he's training for 3 hours, and the mom is in the car. Just like,
yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it's weird because like I'm sure like just interesting / weird people exist all over the world. Sure. But I also feel like at the gym, since you spend so much time, like you know when you have that weird guy at Walmart, it's a quick 30-second interaction. Yeah. But when you are regulars and those guys,
And you talk to them a bunch.
Yeah.
You really get to know people
You
when
meet
you're
some
in
odd
the
people.
gym.
yeah, you're like,
some
man,
odd
there's
people.
some crazy weird people out there.
Yeah.
Let us know about your crazy weird gym story. I'm sure you guys, if you guys go to the same gym all the time, there's always some crazy stuff out there. Put in the comments below so we know what to look out for. Thank you guys for watching. Barbell Brigade Talk Show. Peace.